our first sail of the season. Good winds, but the winds are cold.
Right now we're only motoring, we're not even sailing yet.
Okay, well, it's time to raise the sail.
Let's raise them up, yep.
Welcome to Season 4 of Sailing Odyssey. We're Lucilla and Paulo, spending our summer sailing our Catalina Capri 26 Odyssey on Lake Ontario. It was windy in the marina, and the day was looking good for Odyssey's Shakedown Sail. But before that could happen, Paulo finalized the last part of a Bimini's new look, attaching the tubing strap for the aft support.
It's not tight. I did mention something about putting maybe some washers to, we'll see once I get it all together, whether I need to put in some spacers over here, where the top caps connect to these clamps. Interesting. Not quite the same size.
Before we undid the docking lines, Paulo did a final check on the engine, especially on the replacement zinc in the heat exchanger. Engine cover is off, and we are now going to check the zinc and the heat exchanger.
When I poked in there, like it was blocked, the cavity was blocked, and I just left it the way it was because this is after we already had hauled out, and it was in the dry, so it didn't make any difference. We were not going to be running the engine. We launched in the springtime, and I guess because there was no water coming out when I didn't have I wasn't thinking clearly in terms of how the operation of the whole heat exchanger works in the zinc. We turned on the engine to bring it over from the fuel dock where it gets launched all the way to our slip, and we ran it, and it ran fine. Last weekend I decided at the end of the day that I was going to open up that blockage in the cavity over here for the zinc cavity, and the only thing I was thinking of doing is using a drill. I had a drill with a very short drill bit, very thin drill bit, and initially I was just poking at it, and there was some white, I guess, decomposed zinc particles that were falling off, and then it just became a little bit harder, I guess. And then I just decided to turn on the drill, and as soon as I turned on the drill, I just put a little bit of pressure on it, and it went through. And I started panicking. Well, I didn't panic, but I was feeling, oh, did I do something? Did I drill into one of these tubes in the heat exchanger? I had no idea how the whole heat exchanger and the zinc is all set up. So anyways, there was some water leakage, and I turned off the intake for the engine. I shut it off, and I just put the new zinc. I tried the new zinc, and it fitted in perfectly. So I just put it on, but I was still not knowing exactly what I had done. So I just left it on like that. I just put the zinc on, tightened it up, and now this weekend we're back. So this is the heat exchanger here, and I wound up with the Catalina Direct website, and when I googled heat exchangers for Catalina M212, Catalina Universal M212, and the picture showed up, and okay, great. I was looking at it, and yeah, it looks very much like ours, and it does have some pictures actually of with the end caps off. So I went to the Catalina Direct, and I was looking at the image of the heat exchanger. They showed two pictures, one from both ends, and I can see that I realized that the assembly, the internals exchange assembly does not go all the way down to the end, and that there is a space over here for the zinc to go into. So I'm pretty confident I did not do anything to the tubing inside. Remains to be seen whether or not there was any debris. I don't think there's anything else inside there. And if there's any of that decomposed zinc, it will flush itself out. It's not a big deal. I've put the new zinc back into the zinc holding cavity, and I open up the water inlet. I clean up my water strainer, my raw water strainer, and we're probably going to be starting this thing shortly. See how it runs, and I'm pretty confident it's okay. I don't have any issues there. I did not. There was nothing coming out when I took out the new zinc, so I think everything's okay.
Our first sail of the season. Good winds, but the winds are cold.
Right now we're only motoring. We're not even sailing yet.
Okay, well, it's time to raise the sail.
Let's raise them up, yep.
So first time raising the mainsail this season, so of course there's a bit of some hiccups. You know, making sure that the reefing lines are loose. What else? Oh, the main sheet is tight, so we need to loosen that a bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Then we just continue to raise the mainsail a little bit more and more.
It won't go up anymore.
Okay, it won't. So it's up now.
It's still loose.
All right, the engine is off, so we are sailing. Right now, currently just with the mainsail.
Yep.
So, Paulo, here's to another season of sailing on Lake Ontario with Odyssey.
Yeah, let's see how it goes. So we have our main sheet over here, and I'm not particularly happy with it. I flipped this around. Before, we used to engage the sheet into the block over here. I would actually pull it down because this jig over here was turned the other way, so it would actually engage, pull it down. But to release the main sheet was always very difficult because you have to pull up on it. So I'm trying this out right now. I don't know if I'm not perfectly happy with it because we have to pull up too high to lock it in. I'm considering maybe if I can put it in a spacer and drop this block down a little bit, so that way I don't have to pull it up too high. It may work. I don't know. I got to take a look at other main sheet designs, see what they have. So this is very difficult to engage it.
Cold. The wind is cold, and so I'm wearing my Gore-Tex jacket. I hope that we'll have warm summer days on the water where I can just wear a long sleeve. Packing.
You see my line. Amateur.
my gosh, look what happened. It didn't hold. Wait, you want me to come back?
Yeah, I gotta put this thing in. I gotta lock her up.
We'll have to redo it again. Okay.
Back to the old way.
So I guess what we'll do is we'll have to put it back the old way and just deal with it. You know what, this little bay area here, the winds here are kind of swirly. So I think maybe what we need to do is actually get out a little bit more. But
that's what I was trying to do. No wind again. Just got ourselves a little bit better. 1.36 knots now. 1.45. 1.5.
while we sailed, we crossed tracks with the boats taking part in the Port Whitby Cruising Club fundraise. We're flying! But look out how stretchy our sails are.
Wrinkly?
Yeah, wrinkly, stretchy. We need new sails.
Especially that sail.
It's behind us. The wind is behind us now. It's coming off our starboard stern. Making it to the finish line. Well, we've just finished our first sail of the season.
Yeah, shakedown. A lot of things wrong with this boat.
Yeah, right. No, he's just kidding. Thank you for watching. Come join us again for another sailing video. I put out videos of my sailing, travel, and outdoor adventures. If this interests you, tap on the subscribe button and the bell to be notified of a new video being published. For now, fair winds to all.